good evening, or morning, or afternoon. I don't know. I don't know when you're watching this. But hello, merry time zones, as some people have said in my Discord servers. Welcome back to a Marine Biologist Plays Dredge, the Complete Edition, Part 2. In real life, I actually previously just played the game Crab Meat, which is a crabbing horror game that I got sent by the developer, and I had an absolute blast playing that game. If you have not seen that yet, please go watch it. It was so much fun. I had such a great time, and I think that you'll have a great time laughing at me, and also getting spooked. Hello to everybody joining in the chat. But yeah, if you haven't seen that one, please go watch it, because the YouTube algorithm is not being as kind to that one, because it's a newer game, and so I want that game company to get noticed. I want people to be able to dig into the lore that I wasn't able to get, because I'm really interested and intrigued by the lore. And yeah, go check that one out. But we're going to get started with this puppy. So it's been a little bit since I last played this. I think we need to, I've been thinking we need to go back to the Iron Rig. Hi, princess. Don't do that. If you want up, you can come up. Come here. Sometimes Ophelia will come up behind my chair and will claw on it, which I obviously don't want her to do. When she wants to signal that she wants up, but then she'll run away. And I'm like, girl, there she is. There. There she is. Hi, sweet princess. Okay, there she goes. Goodbye. There she goes. There she goes. The chat said dredge. We're gonna dredge it up. This water is just so nice and smooth, which is hilarious because rarely are you on water that's like this, at least in the places that I've been. Particularly if you're on the Pacific coast. At least, like, if you're on the Pacific coast, like, in the United States and South America, it's not like this most of the time. You will rarely get a day where it's, like, smooth, but most of the time, no. And then it was kind of variable in Belize. So, yeah, I think we've already obtained the boxes, because I remember getting them here. It's been like a solid week probably since I last played this, so bear with me. A lot has happened in that past week. There's pine trees and palm trees next to each other, which is bothering my brain. But anyway. Are we gonna end up stopping in the town and sleeping? Probably. Because I don't know if I want to go do this at night in the foggy fog. Because this place sucks at night. Hello, Lumilotic. Okay, so there's people in the chat, but I'm driving, and as we've all learned, I'm not allowed to read the chat while I'm driving. Now, I want to make it clear that I follow the law, and I don't text and drive ever. Okay? Just so we're crystal clear. Just so we're crystal clear. I just crashed right into that. But sometimes I try to multitask on the game, and then I get solid. Also, I'm making bread, which is a normal thing that I do on here, but today's bread day, so you're gonna hear the bread thing go off at some point. Okay, anyway, let me read the chat. Mothwing said, it feels weird playing a horse game while watching someone play a fish game. I'm named Oceanfilly. It's not that weird. I also like horses. Nick's here! Hi, Nick! The Pacific wants to unalive everyone. That is correct. yeah, there were plenty of times where we couldn't dive for a whole month in Chile because the waves were just awful. And then, hello, Lumelonic. Okay, we're gonna sleep because I don't want to die. So, let's go. Okay. I'm gonna... Wait. It's better to go this way. Better to go this way! Oh, I can literally see the iron rig from here. So, that'll be much better. Much better, much better. But I figured it'd be better for us to go and deliver stuff here first. Yeah. Also, chat. Oh my god. Tina Bug just got 450. I think those are bits. Ooh, what is this? For a 45 stream streak, which is super impressive. Thank you, my incredible mod. We love you, Tina Bug. Oh my god, I suck. Another box. Let's see if there's any others that are just kind of like around here while we're here. Well, I just got one. I don't think it's this, is it? I mean, I can turn and go this direction and see if it's over here. I heard, there's the orcas! There they go! Oh! Look! There they are! More boxes! I should have enough space to do this, right? We gotta help! Oh, we also gotta, like, collect fish to give to the biologist. Nice. Put you there. Alright. Did I go here before? I think so. Yeah, because there was that weird boat that was here, I think. What's here to dredge? Nah. I'd rather us capture a couple fish to give to the biologist. Hey look, another package! I'm crushing it. I am crushing it! Nice! Alright. Because there's another one. Oh, we're gonna have to be smart here. You. That's right. Nice. Nice! Let's see if I can do this. Oh yeah. Alright, people watching. I need you all to lock in on a book, okay? There is an author named Donna Barba Higuera, and she has a book that's one of my all-time favorite books. What was that? There was something there that I just missed. Called The Last Cuentista. One of my all-time favorite books. It is considered middle grade when you look it up. Okay. However, when you read it, it is not middle grade. The protagonist is a child, but it is not a middle grade book in my opinion. It feels very much like The Hunger Games in space is the way that I describe it to people. And so it's really cool space sci-fi, essentially, but it also incorporates a lot of Latina culture. It was so gripping. I loved it. I listened to it while I was in the lab, and I don't know what to say about it without spoiling it, But yeah, it's supposed to be like in the distant future, and they're having to go to a different planet because supposedly Earth is going to get destroyed by a comet. And then they get shipped off to another planet in the far-flung future. And the main protagonist finds out that not all is as it seems, and it's one of my all-time favorite books ever. The audiobook's really, really good. The Last Cuentista is what it's called. It's the last storyteller. But it's Donna Barbara Higuera. And I just found out that she has another book that's coming out, I think it was June. But it's called Fire Snake. And I was so ecstatic and out of my mind. But I need you all to believe me that it's such a good book, and I need you to lock in. And read The Last Cuentista so you'll be ready when the next book comes out. The next book is called Fire Snakes. Remember, you're going to read The Last Cuentista, and then you can read Fire Snake by Donna Barbara Higuera. It's very good, and yeah. Also, you should lock in on Darcy Little Badger, who has really great books as well. Like Alatsue, really, really good. Has an ace protagonist, which is great. An ace indigenous protagonist, Lipanapachi, which I hope I pronounced that correctly. But yeah. Anyway, that's Book Corner with Brooke. Okay. I don't have a lot of space to fish, but we're gonna sure try. Because I guess we're gonna have to get them some fish to get the generator in order to be able to give them the boxes that I've collected. Fishing adventure! What fish are we gonna see? This is some kind of tuna or something in the tunid family. Oh my god, shocker! Guess what it is? No! No! Yes. No! Yes. I'm sucking. Okay. There we go. Nice. I love that they're like basically doing like the bio, Okay, wow, you're freaky. It's basically like the bio fuel that they have in Subnautica. Which I saw that the person, I don't remember his name and I apologize, that was originally in charge of Subnautica 2, they sued and they won, I think it was, which is exciting. I should like not be, you know what? It's fine, I'm gonna go look at the data right now. Alright, a Delaware judge has ruled that Crafton must reinstate Ted Gill, the fired CEO of Subnautica 2, maker Unknown Worlds. In the ruling, the judge accuses Crafton's CEO of using ChatGPT to come up with a strategy to get out of paying Unknown Worlds a $250 million bonus. Story coming shortly. So, yeah. And then it says, last summer, Bloomberg broke the news that Crafton had fired the execs behind Subnautica 2 and delayed the game months before it was due to pay the $250 million bonus. Crafton argued that the game wasn't ready. People who played it told me otherwise. This is to Jason Schreier. Hope I pronounced their last name correctly. Over the last few months, the former execs have been in a legal battle with Crafton, which argued that they were fired for neglecting their duties and stealing data. The judge's ruling today is scathing, and it argues that Crafton was hunting for a way to get out of paying the $250 million bonus. So, a win is a win. A win is a win! Let's go to the science lab. I believe that we've already talked about this. So we need to go to the generator. Let's add some fishies. You. And we're gonna have to fill this, so we're gonna have to go get some more fish. This might be a super chill episode today because I'm kind of tired. That's okay. Y'all like the super chill episodes. All right, razor mouth tuna, half teeth, half muscle. All right, I mean, tuna have a lot of muscle. Anyway, okay, more so than half muscle. Mostly muscle, but anyway, this fish's sole purpose is the pursuit of its unfortunate prey. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's go get more fish! I always need more fish. I see them, but you can't catch those, which is unfortunate. Tuna are also, like, nearly warm-blooded, which is fascinating. And their muscles... work in ways to make them faster. So why is there a sparkle if it's gonna be like that? Because I saw a sparkle there. Why are you like this? You suck. I hate you. No one likes you. I know I say that to a lot of things in this game, but I mean it. I want them to know. I need them to know. What do you mean I can't catch it? Well, never mind. I just need some fish, please! Okay. I really am tired because I'm like not saying very much. I don't know what to say. Well, that didn't work. Back we go! No, leave me alone! I'm glad that you all enjoyed the video of Juniper chewing on the leaves like he was a lawnmower. I cackled as I was creating that video. Hi, Salty Squish! Oh, it's your first live! Welcome! I'm sorry I'm tired today. But I'm happy that you're here! Ophelia is snoring. Can you all hear her? Alright. Let's deliver these fish. The music for this cracked me up. For this specific part. Come on. I feel like we're helping them essentially build this iron rig. And I wonder what kind of consequences it's gonna have. I guess we're gonna find out. Let's sleep a little bit. And then we're gonna catch just a couple more fish and we're set. Literally some right here. Hopefully they're not too big. They might be. What is this? What are you? A moonfish? And I don't have any space. What is that music? But I have a moonfish and I don't have any space. I'm sad. I haven't thought about moonfish in a long time. Just catch these then. Oh no. Goodness sakes. They just keep coming. Come on. I hear a whale. Okay. Oh, well, I accidentally depleted its stock. Oh, there's the whale. Goodbye, blue whale. Now we can get that generator started. No, okay, actually. So, confusingly, this is a good conversation to have, because the chat is asking if the moonfish is the same thing as the mola mola. No. But, caveat. So this is why it's important that we understand. I gotta have the conversation. I can have the conversation and do things at the same time. Okay. I'm gonna do these first. When you have common names, sometimes there are overlapping common names. Which is exactly why scientific names are so important, because they only have one scientific name. But you can have, like, multiple critters can have the same common name, but they're different species, but you can only have, like, one type of species, right? Hold on, let me see what this says. Foreman. It won't hold anymore. I'll fire it up. The crushing compactor clunks to life. The sound of pneumatic pistons and strange squelching soon gives way to the stuttering sound of distant gears. Ah, we've done it! A large capsule drops down from a chute labeled waste. Through its clear walls, you can see remnants of the fish you deposited. Lovely. Well, you'd probably be able to... I can't read that. Use that for chum, right? It's yours if you want it. Thanks. Well, I don't have any space for that right there. I did want it. I just put it in the wrong place because I was like, I'll put it somewhere else, and I was wrong. But anyway, now we can finally get this drill started. All clear! And the words are jiggling again. Initiating drill deployment in 3, 2, 1. The drill descends. I feel like this action will have consequences. Ruh-roh. This action will have consequences for sure. Oh no. I wasn't expecting all this. The scientist walks over, gripping handrails to counteract the shockwaves from the drill. We've broken through. We're underway at last. And what about the huge crack that opened up? Is the reservoir stable? Admittedly, the fissure is larger than my models suggested, but appears to have stabilized. We should consider halting the drilling for now. Also, we would be remiss in our duties to the local population if we didn't survey the area and gather some data. In that vein, fishermen, I have something for you. The factory has recently become operational, allowing us to manufacture equipment infused with the corporation's latest breakthroughs. This is the new design. Infused rod. Oh. You can go here. Using that rod, I need you to collect specimen samples from the Maros. Just to check that the fish species are unaffected by our operations here. Well, I can guarantee you that they will be affected. Is that a paddlefish? That's a deep cut. Also, I don't know what that bottom one is, but it looks like a sea cucumber up in the top. Interessante. Okay, cool. Nice. Anyway, so mola mola is called the ocean sunfish in English, and then in other languages like Spanish and German, I know for sure it's moonfish. So in Spanish it's pez luna, which is obviously different than sunfish, but they are the same species. But moonfish in English is a different fish entirely. But anyway. Wow, what's going on? Oh my god, there's another woman! A woman is stood just inside the doorway, sketching a design in her notebook. Hey there, welcome to the factory. I'm the lead engineer here. I don't know why they are all British, but alright. Because of your help getting things running here, I'm permitted to improve your equipment with our tech. Lit. Cool. Good to know. Alright, I don't have anything to do with that. Foundry. A helmeted figure emerges from the shadows by a building site. He lifts a visor. Place isn't built yet. He gestures to a pile of materials behind him. We're short on materials. Once they arrive, we can start working. Well, guess what, buddy? Have I got materials for you? Huh. That's all we need. We can get the foundry built now. Wow, I am like single-handedly helping y'all build everything. Good to go. Okay. When the tech lab is operational, we'll be able to... oh, wait, I didn't even read it in her voice. When the tech lab is operational, we'll be able to work on projects of a more technical nature. I have plans for the interchangeable module system. You'll see. I'll show you when you're... I'll show you when you're set up here. But, one more lot of materials, then we'll be able to upgrade some of your boat's basic functions. Well, guess what? I got a bunch of boxes. Huh. Everything appears to be in order. I'll get the team on it. Hold on, I'm reading the chat. Okay. At last, I'm excited for you to try out some of these. Enhanced foghorn. Enhanced spyglass. Enhanced lights. Yes please. Yes please! That one's done. This would also be nice. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna wait. Cool. Well, let's go catch some fish. Wow, we can just literally follow it. You can see it all the way through the bottom, which... not great. Not great for the environment. I don't think. Enhanced lights. Stronger lights lessen the effects of panic. Improved light radius. Looks like an LED one. Okay. Well, we can just follow this. Follow the crack. That's a big crack. Salty Squish said, I'm carrying the whole operation for real. Yeah, no, seriously. So, this doesn't look good, fam. I think we might be impacting the local fauna. Just a thought. I love how they have like the oils look kind of colors. It looks pretty, you know, despite everything. Well, that was kind of fun. Well, that was fun. I liked that. That was cool. Huh. Osteostracan, what are you? Also, I just have that fish and I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Ugh. Ugh. Come here. I don't know what that is. This is fun! What is... Tully Monstrum. This bizarre creature feeds with the mouth on the end of a long proboscis. 2 eyes swivel on delicate, spindly stalks. And then the other one, this armored, jawless fish, hunts in strong currents and uses suction to pull smaller fish into its mouth. That sounds about right for ancient fish. Well, that's not one of them. This is not looking good, fam. Just a thought. We need the 2 others. Where are they? They might not be here. We might have to go further. I guess so. Let us go further and see what there is to see. Looks like there's stuff up ahead. Ophelia, what are you doing, sweetie? Sweetney? Sweet. I was trying to say sweetness and sweet pea at the same time, and it didn't work. All right, maybe this is one of them. No. 'Cause I see there's like all like. That was weird. All the like little fiery puddles. Here we go. Please be a paddlefish. Please be a paddlefish. Please be a paddlefish. Yes! Oh, there's like oil on the boat now. Huh. I don't know where I'm gonna put you. We might have to discard some of these. Goodbye! Not ideal, but it is what it is. I need this. Come on. There we go. That's right. Dark splash. A foul ooze. Congealing into strange and shifting shapes. I'm gonna keep that, because they might want it for the research. You don't have the right equipment for this spot. Well, also, that's not the thing that I need. This place doesn't look like it's doing too hot. Just gonna be real here. Also, because it's sparkly, I kinda gotta know. Whee! Oh, you're weird. You're getting yeeted. Okay, well, I don't know if we're gonna find the other one. No. I'd like to find the other little guy. And then we can head back. Well, how far into Little Marrow does it go? I know I keep pronouncing it Morrow. I didn't get that much from me. Also, it's bread time. I'll be back. I gotta go capture the bread. And because the banish is still going, even though when you pause it, I can still feel it vibrating in my PlayStation, which is very funny. Or in my controller. I'm gonna go get bread! Alright, Oh, there's an oil slick up here, too. So... let's go up this way. Or maybe there's not. Maybe I'm just losing my mind. Oh, it's just because the water was darker. Well, where is the little guy? Something got on my boat. But hopefully, maybe, that won't be an issue for them with their samples. That's still not something that I can get. Come on, where is the other one that we need? Oh, of course. I did miss it, though. Oh, it's coming back. Okay, you know what? Everything is coming after me, so I take it that we should go and deliver what we have thus far. I still hear it. Okay. I'm taking that as a sign that we need to to go and sleep and take these back, and then we'll figure it out. Because we couldn't find that one last critter. Waves are getting choppy. Ooh, it looks like a storm is rolling in. We got in here just in time. Huh. Foreman. Hey, fisherman. Thanks again for your help filling that generator. I reported our new operational status to HQ. In fact, they've given me a budget to compensate you for any additional biomass you bring in. Just see me at the generator and I'll pay you. That's nice. Okay. Submit samples. I do. One of them is nasty. So, you're welcome. I guess I can't use the dark splash. But you could probably use this. Alright. And then we have these. There's just one more we gotta find. A figure emerges from lower decks and beckons you over into the shadows. If you're going to be hanging around, maybe we can do business. Come see me at the Undermarket, alone. Oh? Spicy? Got some items you might be interested in. Don't ask where they came from. Better off not knowing. Can make some basic repairs too, but it'll cost you. Thank you! Wow, these are the same items that I could get elsewhere. Alright! No, don't do that. I need to sleep. Also, let's put some fish in the generator. I feel bad because I would much rather sell that because it's cool, but whatever. Oh, I can just sell it. What did I just do? What did I just do? I'm very tired today. And the generator's always hungry. I guess I sold it. Alright. Time to sleep it off! And then we're gonna go find the other critter. And then the bread's probably gonna be ready. Chad is asking if I've been to Chile. Yes, I have been to Chile. I did research there during my undergraduate years and then directly afterwards. And then I got to visit Argentina briefly. While I was there, I went to Mendoza, which was really lovely. But I was in Chile Central, and then we also went to Rapa Nui, which is Easter Island. But Rapa Nui is the indigenous name, so that is the one that I use. Guess what time it is? It's bread time. I'll be back. You also, the boat slows down when you go in this. The oil slick. It's not an E zone. So it seems like going into the oil slick also kind of makes you lose it a little bit. So it left me alone? Well, that's good. You see that it also hasn't gotten in here yet, which is good, because it's not affecting the town just yet, but it will. I guess let's catch some fish to sell, so we can at least make a little bit of money. In the town. It's always those. Alright, I'm not going to catch any more because I don't want to deplete the population. I pressed the wrong button. What is this? A rat tail! Well, that's fun. I love rat tails. Again, I've said it before and I will say it again. The game devs crushed it with the deep cut fish in this game. It makes me very happy. No! I need you all to know that I turned off the light and then it turned itself back on. It's bread. Alright. Am I gonna crash my boat? Possibly. Missed. Sadness. Alright. Let's sell to the fishmonger. Sell all me fish. Get her patched up. And we're gonna sleep a little bit. And then we gotta find that other critter. Because we got one more. Juniper, what are you doing? Juniper's making sounds. Next knitting project is I am working on, because the chat asked me, this isn't random, sometimes I forget to say that the chat said something. The chat asked what my next knitting project is, and currently I am working on the Olivia sweater. which only 2 other people have previously worked on, which made me very nervous. However, it is coming along fairly nicely. I am using my Ching Fiber Teddy Boucle in the colorway Oracle, and it is looking beautiful. I am so excited. I had started knitting the swatch for, and always wipe your swatch, kids. I had started knitting the swatch from my halibut sweater, the fish one, but I am a very, very tight knitter, and so I kept having to go up a size and go up a size, and it's using the needles that I am currently using for the Olivia sweater, so I also tried, I wanted to see if I could be a non-monogamous knitter, where you have multiple works in progress at the same time. It doesn't appear that I'm one of those people that can do that. Probably on account of my one-track mind. My one-track autism mind. So, yeah. I will be working on the halibut sweater soon, though. This is an option. Also, it appears as though Mola Mola is an option. So that's fun. Let's look. I forgot that this was an option. We can just scroll through here. Aha. Aha. Pot! That's what the problem is. That makes sense. So, let's go back. I guess I'll just catch some fish while I'm out here, and we'll sell them. These probably aren't healthy for the community, but that's fine. Okay. We'll catch some fish while we're out here so we can sell that. Then we'll go get the boat fixed. And then I gotta get the crab pots locked and loaded. And then I should be able to find those. I don't know why I didn't think to use the crab pots earlier, but you know, it's fine. This is impossible. I love paddlefish, so I didn't actually get to talk about them. Paddlefish are freshwater fish, so they shouldn't be here. But they are ancient fish. They are really cool. They have that long snout, which can help them to sense things. Yeah, get rid of this. Goodbye. And they have really big mouths, and they'll just hold them open, and they'll just, like, swim in circles. I might be able to include a video in here if I remember. I think I have one still. Those are too big to catch. But their populations are not doing super hot. And so they need our help. Okay. Let's go sell some fish. Get the boat fixed. And then get me crab pots. Nice. I'm excited for Dave the Diver. I'm excited for Subnautica 2 when it inevitably comes out, maybe. Chad is asking, what do you eat with the bread? I like eating it with rosemary olive oil. That does sound great. I've done that before. I've made rosemary bread. I recently made a Parmesan and pesto bread. I've also recently made and been playing around with raisin bread. But this is just regular bread, and then I've been eating avocado toast with it, as I talked about in crab meat when I played that. Let's get our crab pots. Crab pot number 1. Where's crab pot number 2? Don't I have 2 crab pots? I must have accidentally... No, I did not accidentally leave it. I have it right here. I could have sworn I had another one. Most likely I left it in a scary place, but you know what? It can stay there. Let's go drop it over there. Because they're somewhere in the Maros, so if I just drop it in here, it should be fine. I'll drop one, like right here. Oh, that's right, I have to equip it. Not that. There we go. There's one. And then... Because there's another, like... patch somewhere over here. I thought maybe we can drop it in multiple places. Where's the other? Where's the other oil slips? I don't remember. Oh well! Oh, there they are. Hi, Ophelia. I found them. All on my own. I'll just pop it right here. Drop that. Cool. And then can you see them on the map? That would be cool. Oh, you can! Well, that's nice. I like that. It has like a little crab icon. That's cute. Oh, okay, so I see there's 1, 2, 3, and then there's 4 right there. Okay. We just placed it in 2. So... that should be enough. Come on. Get some fish so we can get some money, honey. I was talking about books that I really liked. I want you all to talk about books that you really like. We all know that I obviously love Dune. Which, oh yeah, speaking of which, I wanted to talk about that. So as of recording this, by the time it gets posted, it will have long been out. But they finally released the first image for Dune Messiah, Dune 3, which I think should be stylized as the E, like the E being a 3, which I said before Timothée Chalamet ever said it. I made it, it's you can literally see it on my letterbox. But anyway, I made it as a joke a long time ago. But they posted the first image, and then they started posting all of the other images for it. Oh, there's nothing in there. Great. They posted all the other images for characters, and then said that they're gonna post the trailer tomorrow as of recording this. So by the time this is out, it will be out. I'm very excited. What the? Anvilfish? It's weird. The music is weird. A head hammered flat against the alluvium of the world. Every shaper needs a surface. Alright then. Well, the more you know. But I am very excited slash very curious to see what happens as a book reader. Because the first movie was fairly true to the book. The book's really long, the first one, okay? So inevitably there were things that were going to be missed or not covered. But it was fairly similar to the original text. And then they changed a lot. I'd argue for the better. In the beginning, my, like, I can't have anything changed brain freaked out the first time I saw it, and then I went and saw it a second time, and I was like, I'm down. But I think a lot of the changes are for the better. However, it does set up some things to be a little bit different with how it goes down in Dune Messiah. So I'm very curious to see how they do it. Chat said, Brooke, would you love me if I was a god emperor? Quite frankly, no. For anybody that's read that, you know. Because, you know, I don't think the God Emperor is a good guy. But I'll let you all be the judge of that. Fight about it in the comments. But Dune Messiah, the book, is very different than the first Dune book. The first Dune book, well, okay, here, let me phrase it this way. The first Dune book, the first half of it, is a lot of, there she is! Did I not tell you all that it would be a sea cucumber? I was correct. I am always correct. Not actually, but, yeah. No, I want to take the pot as well. Pick up the pot. Anyway, I knew it. Let's go retrieve our other pot. And we'll deliver it. I think it was this way. Methinks. Wow, it looks nice over here. But anyway, Dune Messiah is very different than the first Dune. Because the first half of the first Dune book is hard for people to get into because it is so much table setting. But then you get to the second half, and like especially like the last third. Is that Steve again? I hear Steve. I don't see Steve, but I hear Steve. Anyway. Ooh, look more. Ooh, a crab! A crab! A common crab. Okay, anyway, let's pick them all up. Make sure I got everything. We did! Yay! Good job. Let's go to the iron rig. I keep forgetting that we have the iron rig, but we also have... Let me get this. We have the iron rig, but we also have the pale reach we gotta go do. So we're just probably gonna be doing like... Hey! That was good on my part. Nice. What am I doing here? We gotta go this way. We'll probably just keep going back and forth. Try to figure out where to catch some fish. But anyway. Go away. The second book is a lot more political intrigue, which some people love and some people don't. I wasn't as fond, because it's just not as much of a style of a book that I'm interested in personally, and so I enjoyed it, but I wasn't as thrilled with Dune Messiah as I was with Dune. However, Frank Herbert had to write Dune Messiah because I love that I'm supposed to be talking about marine biology. You know what? These are my videos and I can talk about whatever I want. So we're going to talk about Dune, one of my special interests. Frank Herbert had to write Dune Messiah because people didn't get the point in the first one that it's actually a cautionary tale against charismatic leaders and colonialism and white saviors, and a lot of people didn't get that. And then of course we have to always have the argument of, Steve, can you not? Anyway. Bye, Steve. There's, of course, you have to have the conversations about... Do I have space? I don't. Intent versus impact. And so a lot of people... It's a nuanced conversation, is what I would say. So... There are some instances in which people were not reading it well because he did lay down the foundations of that. However, this is going to sound like heresy, would argue that Frank Herbert is not the strongest of writers. I think that in the book you have to go back and forth between a lot of different people's thoughts, inner thoughts, which is a lot, because he'll do it for every character, and it's just too much information. I don't like that. And so sometimes there's a little bit too much table setting in ways that are not as needed, in my opinion. And so it kind of drags it all down, and having to listen to so many different people's inner thoughts is a lot. But yeah. I really like Dune because I am very fascinated by the ecology of Dune. That's what pulled me in. That's what pulls a lot of people in. But I'm also particularly interested in the themes of talking about charismatic leaders and the dangers of religious fanaticism, and thinking about the dangers of white saviorism and colonialism. But sometimes Frank, God bless him, didn't get the points across as well as I think he could have. However, they're still really fascinating to read. And so Dune Messiah had to be written because people didn't get the memo in the first one. The movie is more heavy-handed because of the issue of, I would say the issue of people not being media literate anymore. But they had to really hammer it home. There's a scene in Dune Part 2 where they go to the south, to the southern tribes, and Paul comes in to speak while a bunch of people are praying, and they have the minor key, and the way that Paul is speaking is in this it's a very disturbing scene in my opinion, but people still watched that scene and didn't get that. And I'm just I feel like this is real heavy-handed. I don't know what else we could do here. But anyway, Dune Messiah was written specifically to ensure that everybody understands that Paul is not a good guy. Okay? I just need everybody to know Paul is not a good guy. You should not think that he is. So this is going to be a spicy movie. And I'm very, very eager to see what they do with it. The chat is asking, what is my favorite type of sea slug? I do like sea bunny slugs. Those are fun. Chat is saying blue dragon sea slug. That's a fair one. That's a fair one. Yeah, I love the sea bunny slug. They're so cute. All right, let's deliver samples. Take my sea cucumber. No, that's not taking it. There we go. The scientist looks taken aback. He consults some papers on his desk, then leafs through an old encyclopedia. This is remarkable. Some of these species... Have you caught these before? They haven't been seen outside the fossil record since... well, ever. I suppose it could make sense. The fissure opening caused some kind of disturbance in the deep, possibly spooking some of these fish up from the water column. Or up the water column. No. But this is a game, so I'll allow it. I'll run some tests on these. Sea cucumbers are also, like, normally here. So what are we doing here? Scientists are interrupted by the foreman outside, shouting through his megaphone again. The foreman bellows an order. Engage reverse gear! Get the drill out of here! What's going on? Oh no. Oh, we gotta go back to our favorite place! Oh hell! That's enough! Drill is clear! I repeat, drill is clear! Shut it down! Scientist. As I was saying, I'll run some quick tests on these specimens. Though from the sounds of things, you may have some additional samples to gather. Seems the reservoir is more unstable than we anticipated. No. Even with the drill removed, it appears the fissure is continuing to expand. Unfortunately, there have been reports of some contaminants leaking from the fissure in isolated pockets. You don't say. No one could have foretold this. There was always a chance this might happen. No. The engineer at the factory has been working on a system to siphon such contaminants from the water. I'd very much like a canister of it. Guess what I have? Huh. I've been trying to keep a record of where all that dark liquid has been showing up. Come see me if you need pointing to any contaminant patches. Well, guess what? What was I supposed to be doing? Okay, so these are... What the hell are these? Well, alright. Oh, that's the wrong thing. What about the ooze? You'll need to upgrade the factory and consult a siphon trawler before you're able to do that, though. Okay. We're in the planning stages for expansion of factory. Wow, every time I try to do her accent, I can't do it. We're in the planning stages for an expansion to the factory. Maybe you'd be able to help out? Because of your help getting things running here, I'm permitted to improve your equipment with our tech. Huh? Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Okay. Oh, I can also pass these off, so I didn't have to throw that one out of the boat and didn't realize it. Whoopsie! Whoopsie! They're building another place! The factory's core facilities have been improved. We can make some more items now. Alright. So... let's see. Foreman says we're due to start an extension in the building soon. Darn, I shouldn't have thrown that package out. Whoopsie! Oh well. I guess let's add some fish to the generator. Sell those. Nice. Well, I've been playing for a hot minute, and I need to go eat, and it's later than I thought it was, so I'm gonna let you all go. I will see you in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed me talking about these things. Also, actually, before I go, I didn't talk about the other books I like, so I talked about Dune. But one of my other favorite book series of all time is Hank Green actually has books. People don't know this usually. Hank Green has 2 books. He has the first one is An Absolutely Remarkable Thing. And then the second one is A Beautifully Foolish Endeavor. I love those books. Those were actually my favorites until I read The Last Quantista. Now that one's my favorite, but I still love those. So Hank Green's books are incredible. I ate those up. They were so good. And then I like Lost the other ones that I was thinking of that I really liked. But that's okay! Maybe I'll remember them for the next episode. But, yeah. Oh, yeah, and I talked about Alatsaway and stuff, so, yeah. Okay. Well, I'll see you all next time. Let me know in the chat. I want to know what books, comment what books you like to read. Comment your Dune thoughts, because by the time this comes out, we'll have a trailer. I can even talk about it in the next episode. This is basically kind of like Brooke's podcast. Like, yeah, I'm going to talk about marine biology, but I should also just be able to talk about stuff about me, because marine biologists and scientists in general have other likes and things. Okay, bye! I see you later!